Welcome to the Sundew ANTagonistPRO Polymer Enhanced Bifenthrin Technology Formulation presentation. G'day, my name is David Pretty. I'm the owner of Sundew Solutions. We're a 100% Australian family-owned business, and we've had a lot of questions from our customers to please explain the formulation science behind the polymer in ANTagonistPRO and what makes it so unique. So today we have three segments we're going to break this up into. I'm going to talk about the research and development, the history behind the product. I want to talk more specifically about the polymer, and we're going to share with you why this is so important and what does it do. So it's always important, I think, to go through the history of the product. It's quite a unique product, ANTagonistPRO. It was first approved back in 2013. Its development history was that we sat down and we talked to pest controllers, and feedback from pest controllers was their biggest area of complaints, and the biggest number of callbacks they got from customers was doing ant treatments outdoors. So we set about developing the best outdoor all-weather long-term ant nest destroyer, and this was achieved with ANTagonistPRO, launched in 2013 to the pest control market in Australia. In 2018, we did further research and development and were granted an approval for a broad list of general pest control pests. So this included cockroaches, spiders, all manner of general pest control pests. Further research was done, and in 2019 we were granted approval by the APVMA for this product to be used internally. Prior to this, we had set about building the best external outdoor product to last in quite harsh conditions of rain, sun, heat, etc. So we were given approval following the research to apply this internally in structures for these pests. In 2020, we were approved for the use of this product on turf, ornamental, native and flowering plants after demonstrating its efficacy in these situations and safety on plants for controlling a vast array of insect pests in these situations. And later in 2020, we were approved by the APVMA following extensive, many years of research and development. We did trials in the field in Southeast Queensland in Australia for red imported fire ants and yellow crazy ants. So we achieved specific approval, APVMA approval for these situations. In 2022, it was further approved for use through boom spray for red imported fire ants, RIFA, red imported fire ants, and yellow crazy ants. So this became the first legally approved, APVMA approved product for applying through boom spray for these pests. In 2023, it was further approved by the APVMA for applying ANTagonistPRO to vehicles, shipping containers, pallets, all manner of nursery and garden centre equipment to protect against red imported fire ant, RIFA, and yellow crazy ants. So you can see that there has been many years of extensive research and development has gone into this product. There is no other product like this in Australia presently. What makes it so special is the polymer, and obviously the reason for doing this this presentation today. Polymers, by the very name, polymer envisages like a polymer. When we think of polymers, we think of poly, we think of plastics, we think of petroleum-based products. But polymers can actually come in two forms. There's also natural polymers found in nature, obviously. So in our ANTagonistPRO, we use a natural polymer, not a polymer derived from petroleum products. So we're not putting microplastics into the environment. So that's the first key thing, is this polymer is in our product. No other product in Australia has a polymer like this. Because of the content of this polymer in our product, we've got a substantial amount of polymer in there. We're only actually able to physically fit 80 grams of bifenthrin into our formulation. We're often asked why our product isn't a 100 gram per litre or the other common bifenthrins in Australia have 100 gram per litre formulations. We physically, when we actually created this formulation from the ground up, we physically weren't able to fit 100 grams of bifenthrin into the formula without keeping it stable. So this is why we have an 80 gram per litre formulation. When the product is applied, it is applied at a slightly higher rate so that it has the equivalent amount of bifenthrin per square metre compared to other products available in the marketplace. The polymer has a number of unique features. The polymer was put in there to make this a more robust performing, a more robust formulation. Bifenthrin by its very nature is actually one of the best synthetic pyrethroids for use in outdoor conditions. It's very robust. Typically when formulations are manufactured, it has a larger particle size than products used inside, so it lasts longer, has a better performance. So we chose bifenthrin in this formulation, and the polymer helps enhance that better active ingredient. So what does it do? Well, in a standard bifenthrin product, they're available in the marketplace. There are 100 gram suspension concentrates, there are EC formulations. These are when they're mixed with water, you have particles of bifenthrin. In a suspension concentrate formulation, these are suspended in the liquid. So when you add them into a spray tank with water, it dilutes the amount of particles to the volume of water. When you spray it onto a surface, the water evaporates away and you're left with particles of active ingredients sitting on that surface, as seen here. This is just for diagrammatic purposes. In any given centimetre of surface area, there are literally thousands of particles. So this is just to demonstrate what you would see. So in a standard bifenthrin product, the particles remain on the surface. These particles of bifenthrin are subjected to all the elements. So the pH, the alkalinity of the surface, the particles are in direct contact with that surface. The particles are exposed directly to UV, to the sun, and to the rain. So these interaction of these three things on a standard bifenthrin on a surface outdoors can actually render this bifenthrin inactive in as little as 14 days, depending on the pH, amount of heat and rain. Antagonist, on the other hand, uses this polymer technology. So inside the bottle of Antagonist, we have particles of bifenthrin suspended, similar story to in the standard bifenthrins, but we've got this polymer added to the product. So when we actually apply the product and spray it out, there's actually a coating of polymer around the bifenthrin. This acts, as you could imagine, as an insulator against the alkalinity of the surface. It also acts as a sunscreen, protects it from the sun, it doesn't break it down as quickly, and it also makes it rain fast. In actual fact, because this is a natural polymer, it will naturally degrade. So when it rains, a little layer of polymer will shed off and expose fresh bifenthrin. In our trials in the field, we've seen repeatedly in southeast Queensland, we've seen trials where we've had this product applied, and up to 6 months later, with over 600 mils of rain, the product still performs. And this is in general pest situations as well as fire ant situations in turf and yellow crazy ants in turf. So this polymer makes this product a completely different formulation to regular bifenthrin products. I hope that answers your questions about the polymer technology. What we have in there is confidential. We have people ask us what the polymer is exactly, but we're obviously not going to divulge that. It's part of the IP behind the product. Thank you for your interest in this. My contact details are here should you wish to drop me some questions or would like further videos about ANTagonistPRO and how it can help you in your job.